in this driving experience, I will say this, that right now in my head, I cannot tell whether, I said the C3 last time you did the rapid fire, the C3, great handling, Kylac, great handling, Venue, great handling. And if I think about it, I think in terms of ability, the Venue will be right there, if not
above them. Oh, but look, I'm hearing all of this, but you're not saying this was a fun car to drive.
Steering.
Oh, okay.
The steering was the thing that kind of left you alone. Yeah. So at low speeds, the steering weight is fine. It's good. It's a nice balance. But the funny thing was that the faster that you go, that felt lighter. I felt more distant because of it.
Okay, got it.
So it's not that it's inaccurate. Never did you feel that, oh, I have to correct or stuff like that. It's tracking. Everything is fine. But you're just alone. It's just like, yeah, it's doing its thing.
So it's AI powered in that sense.
Yeah,
The faster you go, the more AI power
maybe
comes
if you
into
had
it.
buttons, you'd be just, I mean, it would work just as well, right?
Got it.
So
if you play GT5, drive the new Hyundai Venue on GT5 and have force feedback turned off, you'd get the exact experience.
So, and even in my notes, I wrote this, that I think in terms of ability, it's right up there, but it doesn't create the same emotions, not even close. Like you will look at its handling, you will see what it does and says, wow, I'm impressed, right? But will you say, wow, I'm like, whoa, this is like, I'm so excited about it. I'm excited by what they've unlocked, but is it saying that, hey, let's go out and drive more and drive harder? No, you're like, yeah, I know it'll do it, right?
N Line?
N Line. So the official line in places is that the N Line is mechanically identical to the
suspension also this time.
That's the official line. I guess I'm completely wrong because the N Line suspension is not the same.
Okay.
We took the N Line, which was obviously the turbo petrol with the dual clutch, and the standard turbo petrol dual clutch out together, and had the opportunity to drive them together. They're not the same. Are they dramatically different? No, they're not. I think it's again a very nice place to be, where somebody can get into an N line and drive it and say that, yeah, this is the same. Okay, so what it's doing is it's not creating any sharp differences in the way it rides and drives, but it is different. And I'll explain it to you like this, because we could drive the two cars back to back. So at low speeds, when you're driving over broken roads, in the N line, you'll be
got it. Okay.
right.
Yeah.
And here in the regular car, you'll be softer over it. But as you go a little bit faster, or let's say if the roads get worse, in the standard car with a slightly softer suspension, you'll have the larger movements, right? Because then you're getting rocked around a bit. Whereas this then is more controlled.
Got it.
Okay. What that does is, in effect, as a driving enthusiast, what is it going to do for you? In corners, where in the regular car, you'd want to brake a little bit earlier, where you'd feel that the car is rolling and pushing a bit, pushing wide. In the N line, you just flow.
Right.
It just goes. So it's just that added smoothness in the ability to carry speed, which makes it subtly different and more enjoyable. It's almost like, let's say, you could think of it as having food with salt. We're just used to it. But you take the salt out of the equation and suddenly the food is a completely different experience. Right. So if you've just been driving the N line and then you switch to the regular car, it'll just feel like, it's the same, I know, but it's different.
Got it.
It doesn't have the same maza in it, right? So that's how I would.
And the steering is not improved.
No, the steering is not improved. Oh, good thing you brought up the steering, because the one difference in the N line on the inside is the steering, which is again a really good looking steering, like really good looking. Like it just does feel international in these bits and pieces that it has. And talking about international, now we'll some of the details, like the screens. They have the new UI, which is also good.
I'm sure they have a name for it, Karthik. What is the name of this new UI?
I have no idea, man. I'm sorry. If they had it, I missed it. But it's that, how we say, like a little bit more minimalistic, not cleaner. So that kind of look and feel to the driver's instrument cluster, which is there. infotainment system, and this of course gets that the top spec variants with the dual digital screens, they get that God knows how many computers inside, OTA updates, so that all the computers can be updated over the air and stuff like that. So all that bit of tech has also come in. The N line also gets one thing extra over the regular Venue. Correct. So ADAS. No, no, wait, this is funny because there's ADAS now with the Venue, and so the N line gets a rear ADAS module, so therefore it can do the some of the additional features which use the rear radar. And I was just like, why? I mean, the one thing I'd want on the N line is an option to say no ADAS required. But yeah,
So rear radar, apart from blind spot detection, does what?
it's that when you're reversing, it does that warning thing if there's another vehicle coming and all whatever the names are.
Oh, so there's not that feature that I really wanted.
Huh?
If there's a person in a Creta behind you and they flash you, then the Venue speeds up and says, I'm not going to let him pass. So what if he has a Creta?
Interfamily rivalry, yeah.
Interfamily, I don't know. I'm saying that if the forward radar can say, oh my God, that guy's stopping, let me apply emergency brakes, then you should also have a system that says, you think that guy's going to overtake me? No freaking way. Speed up a little bit more, no?
Yeah. Automated, what?
Automated overtaking avoidance system.
आवाज.
मेरी आवाज सुनो मुझे ये सिस्टम चाहिए.
Aside from that, what are the other feature differences? I don't remember what it is between the N line and the regular car, but this was one thing that caught my attention.
Let me guess, black interiors with red piping.
Yeah, obviously.
More bolsters on the side of the seat,
No,
maybe? No,
no,
that's too much. That's too much.
nothing like that. Steering, all black interior. And yeah, this is one of those things I think we should just get over. That sporty cars don't have to have a black interior.
Hey, how can you say that?
No, I mean,
Sporty cars have two levels. One is black interior, next is Alcantara black interiors. That's just two levels.
otherwise it's not sporty. Okay, so because the black, it works. The car looks nice, but I think it's better in the other shade. And now that we're talking about it, the dashboard has this creamish white plastic with some flakes in it and stuff like that. It looks nice, and so I kind of like that. In black, you don't get any of that. It's just like black. Okay, one thing in the driving experience that absolutely it's come to me now, which is strange, but it's definitely worth highlighting. The brakes. The calibration of the brakes was like low speeds. You're using a light foot, you get the right amount of braking, right? You're going faster, and now you're going for harder braking, and you realize that the bite is so strong, it's so sure and adjustable. So it's not like it just goes cut, like which used to be a thing with Hyundai's at one time, right? It would just go tuck. It's not like that. You actually can measure and just feed in the right amount of braking that you want, and it made the car feel so good because of that. I really.
So how did they mess up the steering?
I have no idea, and they were surprised when I said the steering was like. Said it felt lighter when you went faster. I was like, yeah, and in all three cars.
Maybe it's because you become more muscular now and you're like used to
You're
using
the
more
one who's.
force. I'm not muscular. I'm a skinny guy.
So this was like those brakes. I can't forget. Though in that again, we must bring up one thing that's not great. The calibration was slightly off at low speeds, which means like over light bumps, slightly broken things. It would go into the ABS mode, so it would just go. Like, yeah, for this, it would just feel a little bit odd. But yeah, that was something. Did it get in the way? No, it's just that something that would keep registering that why did it do it here?
No, and sometimes when you have a very, very impressive system, then when it sort of drops that level of being impressive, then suddenly it feels like a big event. Oh, come on, how could you miss this?
Yeah. So, brakes, yeah, I should have said that earlier because that kind of brought the whole driving experience together on the suspension, the handling, the chassis. But the steering is let down, which is why it felt so great as well. Getting to know the Hyundai Venue has been a particularly up and down kind of story, a really interesting one. And why is that? You can find out by watching my conversation with Shumi on the MotorInc app. We've gotten into the Venue right from start to finish, including questions from circles, and that gives you a full picture of what the Hyundai Venue is like and who it is for.